And tonight, Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon's latest plan to stop the spread of lead poisoning.
Plus, supply chain issues overseas may be affecting the fizz in your beer. We'll have the latest on a carbon dioxide shortage.
And Governor Kathy Hochul announcing a new plan to implement gun safety measures. All that and more. Citrus TV News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
More than 90% of homes in Syracuse built before 1980 have lead-based paint. Good evening, I'm Josh Meyers.
And I'm John Perik. Lead poisoning has been an ongoing problem in the city, but a new initiative may help solve this issue. Millions of dollars will be designated to Onondaga County to stop the spread of lead poisoning. County Executive Ryan McMahon announced a new program and grant opportunities earlier today. We start our coverage tonight with Teagan Brown, who's in studio to break down the announcement. Teagan.
Josh and John, this week is Lead Poisoning Prevention Week, and Onondaga County and specifically the city of Syracuse are using this week as an opportunity for education. Lead poisoning has been an issue in Syracuse that has caused developmental issues in children for decades. This is due to a lot of houses that were built in the 1920s and 30s containing lead. $8.7 million were approved by the county legislature to go toward testing, prevention, and repairs on houses that are proven to contain lead.
We know this is an issue. Let me be frank. There has been no government that has invested more money into solving this issue than this government with the partners that are here today. Period. No government. So overall, we're taking an all of the above strategy. We're educating people. We're putting more money in to remediate. We're putting more money into proactively get kids the early intervention services they need, and obviously respond after that.
Besides the announcement of grant money, McMahon also announced the Let It Go pilot project. This project will provide enrichment services for kids who have high levels of lead in their blood, but that do not qualify for other services. Reporting in the studio tonight, I'm Teagan Brown. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Teagan. Tragic news over the weekend. SU announcing the death of graduate student Shannon Gillies. She was pursuing a social work degree online within the Fall College of Sports and Human Dynamics. Gillies comes from Coventry, Rhode Island. She's survived by her husband, Mark, and her sons.
And today kicks off SU's International Student Career Week. Events this week will explore global careers and helpful information surrounding immigration status, international alumni networking, and more. And tonight there will be a virtual alumni networking event at 6:30. Tomorrow night, students can attend a mock interview and strategy workshop. Wednesday, there will be an etiquette dinner, and Thursday will be a session on how to get your first job.
The 6th annual celebration of Diwali starts today. Members of the SU community can all light up the Orange Grove in front of Bone Hall right now. The event ends at 6:30, but the Orange Grove will remain lit until 9:30. If you can't make that, you could stop by the Orange Grove at 6:15 for free samosas and cookies.
And new tonight, CNY breweries are missing a key ingredient to brew beer. Today I spoke with one Central New York brewery who had to close back in August.
We ran out of CO2.
A nationwide carbon dioxide shortage.
When I called the company, they told me that they could not deliver.
Leaving some Central New York beer taps dry.
We had a number of kegs spoil.
Heidi Manikheim is the manager of the Seneca Street Brew Pub in Manlius. In August, because of the carbon dioxide shortage, she had to close all 20 of her downstairs taps.
I was like, are any other breweries going through this? And I don't think they were.
And when carbon dioxide levels are low, it's breweries like Seneca Street here in Manlius who feel they're at the bottom of the barrel. And now they're asking experts, when can they fill up a glass again?
I think probably the next year we'll start to see things come back to normal.
Patrick Penfield is a supply chain professor at Syracuse University. He says in Mississippi, one of the largest carbon dioxide suppliers in the country is facing contamination issues, leading to these shortages. So what should breweries do?
I would focus on produce what you can that makes money, and then try to really look at your costs and try to reduce those costs as much as you can.
But for the executive director of the New York State Brewers Association, Paul Leone, that's easier said than done.
Breweries are just hanging on.
He says people need to come together to keep Central New York breweries afloat.
If you like that brewery and you want to support that brewery, you need to support that brewery. Otherwise, they might end up closing.
And because of Seneca Street Brew Pub's loyal customers, the beer kept flowing.
We were working from less taps, but we did not have to close.
Today, Heidi's 20 downstairs taps are pouring beer once more. Her carbon dioxide tank was just filled last week.
But now you can see they are more than half full.
And even if another CO2 shortage brews, Heidi's taps likely won't be dry.
We have backups ready to go just in case. You got to be prepared. So hopefully from here on out, we'll have to see.
And for anyone who enjoys those apple and pumpkin spice seasonal beers, Heidi says the carbon dioxide shortage has not stopped her from brewing those fan favorites.
Now, John, how about that weather today? I mean, it just feels like summer again.
It feels like summer. You know, I'm very excited about it. But I was talking to Ronnie Perillo, and he said, you know, don't get your hopes up just now. Ronnie Perillo, look at him. He's outside on the weather deck. Oh, boy, it's a beautiful evening out there, Ronnie. But please tell me that this beautiful weather is here to stay.
Well, yeah, guys, I hope that you got a chance to come outside and enjoy just this beautiful weather today. Right now, we're sitting at 64 degrees here in the Salt City. Conditions are dry, no humidity or precipitation in the area, and that's really the story throughout much of central New York. Right now, we've got 63 in Syracuse, 63 as you head out towards Rochester. And those temperatures just a little bit lower as you hit the southern tier, Binghamton, Elmira, and Ithaca. But really, it's dry. It's just a very pleasant fall evening on this Monday. Tonight, temperatures aren't really going to tumble that much. Mid-50s for your low here in Syracuse. It's great sleeping weather if you want to open the window, maybe put on a fan. Just the ideal night to fall asleep and not have to worry about putting the heater on or anything like that. No real extra blankets, at least for me. If you like these temperatures, I have great news for you. You're going to love the full forecast that I have coming up, at least for tomorrow. So you're going to want to stay tuned to that. Guys, I'm going to send it back over to you in studio.
And if you're looking for Halloween fun this weekend, CitrusTV reporter Cora Mayer-Costa found a family-friendly option for you at Long Branch Park in Liverpool.
If you're looking for a family-friendly night of fright this Halloween season, look no further than Dunkin's Spooktacular Stroll at Long Branch Park. They have a small collection of food vendors on site with treats and prizes. The sponsors of the event spread their seasonal joy to get patrons looking forward to next year's Halloween event.
We're very excited.
Did you have a good time? Families are invited to walk through their half-mile trail and see festive Halloween-themed displays. You can adventure through Witch's Way, the Ghost Barnyard, Skeleton Graveyard, the Spider Forest, and their creepy castle. Thursday nights welcome dogs with dog costume contests. Fridays and Saturdays are family nights to enjoy some Halloween fun together. And Sundays are their trick-or-treat nights, where children collect themed treats along the trail.
Dunkin's Spooktacular Stroll will take place from Thursday to Monday for the last time, so be sure to get your tickets before Halloween for $25. The trails will be open from 5 to 9 every night. I'm Cora Mayer-Costa reporting from Liverpool.
Cora, thank you. Happening right now, the town of Clay currently having the first of several town hall discussions on Micron's $100 billion semiconductor plant investment. Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon is meeting with Micron officials on how to build the plant. There's also conversation around how the investment will go to back into the community.
And if you're unable to go to the polls in person this year, today is the last day to request an absentee ballot. To apply for one, go to New York Absentee Ballot Elections website and fill out the form. Early voting starts this Saturday, and Election Day is November 8th.
A new study showing multiple upstate New York school districts suffer from one of the worst internet speeds in the state. According to a recent list from Stacker, 28 million students don't have quick enough internet connection to complete their daily course loads. The media outlet also reporting that 275 New York school districts fail to meet standards for digital learning.
And New York State Governor Kathy Hochul and the Attorney General today announcing an expansion of the state's red flag law. The law prohibits gun possession in sensitive locations, including government buildings, schools, and parks. The governor now coming under fire from all sides, including gun owners and county sheriffs.
A big part of getting guns off the street, gun buybacks, one happening in Onondaga County over the weekend. The campaign encouraged people to hand over their guns in exchange for prepaid gift cards. Officials report that 1 assault weapon, 34 long guns, 17 handguns, and 12 non-working guns were handed in. More than 3,700 guns have been turned in at these buyback events since 2019.
And coming up on News Live at 6, a former president's family business is going to trial for possible tax fraud.
Plus, the ex-Treasury Chief of Great Britain will now take the seat of Prime Minister. His mission to transform the country, that's next.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the CitrusTV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at CitrusTV News, your campus news leader.
And welcome back to News Live at 6. The Trump Organization criminal fraud trial is underway today in New York. The company faces 14 charges of fraud related to allegations of providing indirect employee compensation to key executives dating back to a July 2021 indictment.
The organization has pled not guilty to all 14 counts. The former president himself has not been charged, but he's still being investigated. The judge says Trump and his children are all potential witnesses to the crimes.
And tragic news out of St. Louis today. At least 3 people, including an unidentified suspect, are dead after a high school shooting. A woman and teenage girl are among the victims of the Central Visual and Performing Arts shooting.
Math teacher David Williams says the school principal used the active shooter code word over the intercom at 9 a.m. Police blocked off the property before 9:30 when ambulances and a SWAT van arrived.
And the latest tonight, for the first time ever, the U.S. government is providing flu shots to detained migrants at the border. Government data shows over 24,000 migrants have received a flu vaccine since late September.
The Biden administration says providing flu shots to migrant communities is a means of protecting multiple communities at once. Chief Medical Officer Pratish Gandhi says U.S. Customs and Border Patrol provides an average of 1,000 shots per day.
And across the pond, the UK's Conservative Party has named Rishi Sunak as the next Prime Minister. The promotion for Sunak comes after Liz Truss resigned after just 44 days in office. Sunak is the country's third Prime Minister in 7 weeks.
And Sunak's rise comes after he finished second in the party voting process that elected Truss. He becomes the first Prime Minister of color in the country's history.
Well, a beautiful day on the way tomorrow. Summer-like temperatures. I'll have your full forecast coming up on Live at 6.
Welcome to my house. Lately, not my happy place. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The parents were not themselves. My little brothers were morphing into small creatures. The walls were closing in. Clearly, a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. And there's a lot of that going around right now. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It might not get you out of the house, but it could help you find a little more breathing room.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to News Live at 6 here on Citrus TV. Well, I would say that we're all in luck with this weather that we've been having, especially today. And if you're like me and you just enjoyed it so much, well, great, you got it again tomorrow. High of around 70 degrees. There's a chance for a spot shower around noon, so maybe bring the raincoat, but it's really only going to last about an hour. Those clouds just could produce a little bit of precipitation in the afternoon, but much warmer than average. These temperatures are really typical of mid-September rather than late October here in central New York. So tomorrow, say you have a pet. You're lucky enough to have a pet here on campus. Well, here's your Frisbee forecast. If you want to take the dog out in the field and throw them a Frisbee, it's going to be an A-grade day, which means low humidity, maybe that pop-up shower, but really nothing too extreme or severe tomorrow. If you want to do homework on the quad, get out with some friends and enjoy a nice lunch outside, tomorrow is your day to do it because temperatures are going to be cooling as we head later into the week. So Thursday, we're going to see a bit of a drop in temperatures, high around 54 with clouds. But those clouds aren't really going to produce much rain. Usually we're used to the gray skies coming at us with a shower. But really, it's just going to be a dry day. Friday, temperatures warming up a bit, more typical and seasonal of this time of year, 57 degrees, typical Central New York fall day, nothing wrong with that. And for Saturday, when the Orange take on Notre Dame, high of 61 degrees, so great for tailgating after the game. I know it's kind of an early game time, so the weather's still going to be nice for you in the afternoon, and maybe unlike those refs this weekend, I don't make questionable calls when I say it's going to be a nice tailgating day. But John Dales knows more about that. He's got sports for us right now. What's up in sports, John?
Well, Ronnie, coming up in sports, Syracuse football had some good weather in South Carolina as they entered Death Valley, but couldn't come out alive. Hear what Dino Babers has to say about why that happened. Live at 6, back after this.
Here's to the straggly ones, the lopsided ones, the first ones, the I miss my beard ones. And hey, I look good with this ones. But no way he's grown that in a week ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The, that one. The itchy ones. The never forgotten ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The started late ones. The absolutely filthy ones. The drawn-on ones, the finger ones, the pin ones, the I nearly didn't do it this year ones, and the yeah, why not ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Hey, I'm John Dales, and welcome into sports. By now, you all know that Syracuse football's unbeaten season couldn't survive Death Valley as the Cuse lost 27-21 to number 5 Clemson on Saturday. Now, after that loss, plenty of SU fans voiced their displeasure about two things in particular. One of those being Dino Babers waiting 25 seconds to use his last time out with a running clock. The other, Sean Tucker only getting 5 carries. At his weekly press conference this morning, Coach Babers addressed those complaints head on.
There was a mistake on our part. It's been handled internally. It was a 25-second mistake. And based off of how we do things, I feel like it's corrected and that will not happen again. When it comes to Tucker having 5 carries, that's something that should not happen. I agree with everyone else that he should have more carries than that in a football game.
Message seems clear. That won't happen again. Well, that was also a common phrase of my 2 brothers and I growing up when we did something bad at home. So Patty Dales knows better than anyone. Actions speak louder than words. We'll see if that takes shape this Saturday as 18th-ranked Syracuse hosts Notre Dame. Well, over in the NFL, the Giants were trying for their best start in 14 years, looking to go 6-1 with the Jaguars, the only thing standing in their way. Trevor Lawrence and old NFC East foe Doug Peterson weren't just going to roll over and let that happen, though. We start in the third quarter where they take the lead on this QB sneak, or leap, I guess, from the 1-yard line. That remained the case up until the fourth quarter when Saquon Barkley zigged and zagged his team into the red zone just a couple of plays before Danny Dimes burrowed in for a 1-yard touchdown rush of his own. Took the officials a little while to decide, but yes, they say he scored. That left the onus on the New York defense, which has been so good. But on 4th and 15, Lawrence converts to Marvin Jones. That set things up for the last chance. And you ever hear the phrase, football's a game of inches? Well, this play gives credence to that. As time expires, the Giants defense keeps Christian Kirk, look at that, just 1 yard away from a game-winning touchdown, 23-17. The G-men win it. Well, the Jets have also had a bang-up start to their season. That continued with a 16-9 win over the Broncos yesterday, yet it came with a cost. Rookie running back Breece Hall left the game with a knee injury, and it was confirmed today to be an ACL tear, which will end his season. So the 5-2 Jets will have to battle for pole position in the AFC East without their starting tailback. To baseball, the Yankees fans were put out of their misery last night as the Astros finished off a 4-game sweep in New York in the ALCS. Houston goes on to face the Phillies in this year's World Series, and it's back to the drawing board in the Bronx. Rounding things out, we go to the NBA, where the Blazers and Lakers were deadlocked until former Cuse basketball standout Jeremy Grant took LeBron James and Anthony Davis to the rim and scored the game winner last night. Grant was, of course, part of that 2014 Cuse team that started the year 25-0. Those were 2 of the Orange alums' 16 points in LA last night. Guys, something nice to end on against one of the best stars in the NBA right there.
Absolutely, but I have to ask you, I know our talking point taker, Chile Casadeli, I saw him today, was going insane, waving his Phillies rally towel. By the end of this World Series, is Chile going to have a smile on his face?
You know, I think that Chile and Braden Reed, all the Phillies fans we have here at Citrus TV, I think they're going to be painting the town red. I got the Phillies in the World Series, I do.
Oh, You have them winning the World Series?
I have them winning the World Series.
Oh boy, we've got hot takes today.
Well, Chile's definitely going to be happy with that one. Thanks, John. But when we come back, we'll take one last look at your weather. Stay with us.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
All right, one last look at your wake-up weather. Beautiful as you start the day off tomorrow. Really no need for a heavy sweatshirt or anything like that. 62 degrees at 9 a.m. as you walk out the door. Sunny skies. Those leaves are still changing here in central New York, so just a great chance to get out and enjoy that. Those above-average temperatures staying with us through the day tomorrow. Maybe the spot shower might pop up here and there, but I think it's going to be a beautiful day. You're going to want to grab the jacket again later in the week, but hey, you know what? It's late October. I say that we enjoy the nice warm weather in central New York while we have it, because pretty soon we're going to see that 6 in the 62 be a 3 for 32.
Ronnie, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Why does this weather have to go away? Why?
Yeah,
What's
Ronnie,
going
you're
on
the
here?
expert here.
You know, people ask me that all the time, and I'm like, you know, if I were Mother Nature, I would do it, but I guess it's not a democracy. I don't know.
I wish we were in Florida.
We try. Oh, me too. Absolutely. I wish we were in
70,
Florida.
70 and sunny
Yeah,
every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, how happy would you be if this weather stayed for the Notre Dame game? I mean, come on.
Extremely. Extremely. It's not going to be as warm, but still, you know, good chance to tailgate, maybe flip some burgers, get some nachos going, whatever you fancy.
Ronnie, thank you so much. The Piano Man, I know we all love him. He's going to be live at SUNY Cortland University, announcing that the legendary Billy Joel will be honored with a Steinway piano.
Billy Joel performed at the school several times in the early 70s. Joel said in a statement that he's grateful that students can play the same piano he performed back in 1972 and 1974. Now, Billy Joel, personally, he was kind of the guy that got me into music growing up as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, Billy Joel, I love all of his music. My favorite one's got to be Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. What about you, John?
I'm a Captain Jack guy, but I got to tell you what, this story had to be in this newscast. Josh Meyers is the biggest Billy Joel fan I know, besides Billy Joel made.
Yeah, I mean, me and Billy Joel, we both are big fans of Billy Joel, that's for sure. What about you, Ronnie?
I'm a big fan of We Didn't Start the Fire.
Oh, what a song.
Such a catchy song.
I told that too. Billy Joel actually doesn't like performing that song.
He hates performing that one.
Imagine that. Maybe it's so fast, you know. I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't give it a try.
Yeah,
I mean,
listen. Our fellow co-anchor Ashley Winskowski also loves Vienna, so you had to give her a quick shout out there.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you today on Citrus TV News.
For more of the latest, follow us on Citrus TV News on Twitter or check out our website at citrustv.com.
For all of us here at Citrus TV News, I'm Josh Meyers.
And I'm John Perik. Take care, Syracuse.